It's funny how the raid says, oh, less than 5 minutes. And then it's like, I wonder if it's actually going to be that little time.
Push!
My bed needs to go to the laundry.
Well, what if it's directly Noli?
It's not. It's a magic bed. It's fine. See?
Tag.
Yes, I read the tag.
Did you use soap? Did anyone bring soap? Are you cleaning it with soap water?
Yes.
I don't know how you. I don't know what kind of bed. What kind of bed has this level of laundry care? It's a very interesting bed. Is that the dock where you caught that giant ass marlin?
All the way over there.
Yeah. The one that you then just put in your pocket.
Mm-hmm. Despite the fact that it was actually bigger than I was.
Honestly, the fact that you caught it in a fairly shallow cove like this is crazy too.
Oh, shark!
Oh, God, hello. Like I know, hello. Like I know some big friends. Oh, I thought for a moment you were gonna be able to like ride with the shark. That would have been awesome. Magic Rod. Like that's actually a great example of some sharks and other big predators will go around into some of the reefs because it's where a lot of fish will be. There's a whole ecosystem there, so it's a good part of the food chain. But some reefs are further away. Like even though reefs tend to be in fairly shallow water, they're usually deeper than what this seems to be showcasing. I think it's a little bit deeper. It's a little bit easier for them to move around. And that marlin was huge. It was like twice the size of that shark, maybe even bigger.
That is fair, but sharks do come into shallow water, I think, when breeding, because all the water turning helps increase the oxygen content, so they don't need to be moving as much.
Well, okay, so in that case, was the giant marlin looking for a mate?
Maybe.
Did you interrupt the mating ritual of the big marlin? To go string him up on a ship to be like, hey, this is not a sea monster, everything's fine?
Maybe.
Don't you just love Final Fantasy? Why are you setting your bed on fire?
I'm not. I'm floating above it to get it nice and toasty.
Is this what happens after you wash your bed in the sea water? Does this thing come under a dryer? Are you tumble drying your bed?
Yes! I'm tumble drying my bed. Tumble, 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 tumble. Tumble, 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 tumble. Tumble, 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 tumble. Tumble, tumble, tumble bed.
I cannot even with you. I can't odd with you either.
You can't any number with me.
I cannot any number with you. I can only do pi. Maybe the square root of -1.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, it takes a lot longer for something to dry than it does to get wet.
Can you just imagine anybody looking up like, hang on, is there like a giant vulture or something pecking at our watchtower? Should we be concerned? It's like, oh no, that's a dude sleeping in a bed. It's like, he does know where he is, right? That theoretically yes, but he certainly seems to be enjoying it. Just imagine if Sid, Wedge, and Dates could see you now, like, well, there you go. Imagine if any of your companions were looking at you and be like, alright. I'm just taking a nap above a freaking watchtower.
Yes.
Look at this. Oh my god, there's someone on the watchtower. I mean, that makes sense, but does he know?
Oh yeah, there's two people, and they don't see me.
They may not be looking at you, but do you think that they
I'm casting a shadow over them and they just don't notice.
Or at least, or maybe they do and they don't care. Like, can you imagine what it must have been like when they just like, oh, Jesus. There's a dude in a bed above our fire. That would be great. Just imagine if that was the thing that happened. Every now and then you're just like, well, here we go.
Grab and go. Okay. While we're waiting for this thing that may or may not pop, why don't we go do the next main story quest?
Okay.
Again, Rose did warn that I might need to do this quest on my own or with people like in a party, so I might need to save it for later.
Yeah.
But you know, good to at least try. And it does seem that we have at least 3 other people, or at least 2 other people. So we'll see what happens.
Oh.
Also, T did say that he watched some of our Hildebrand stuff, and he was glad we were having fun.
Yes.
A single presumptuous merchant has darkened our door. I thought while they would come in time, but for now, let us enjoy the spring.
Alright, let's see what's up here. Hi, Ophelia.
Hello there.
Alright. She has a new assignment for us. Let's see. Truly, there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home, and I received a request for assistance from Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear that their storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seemed in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifests were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear. I need hardly tell you what that may imply. Oh!
I'm like, uh-oh. Oh, I'm a bit more expressive now.
The brass blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of mere monetary value. If there even is a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest but in service of a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Yustola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation.
Oh, glad to see Thancred's back at it.
I have every confidence that the 3 of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do.
Do. Do 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 do.
Yes. Now the average wait time has adjusted itself to 9 minutes when you're at 9.5 minutes.
Yeah. Yep. Again, we'll see how long it takes.
Hi, friends.
Or your assistance is most welcome. I've already spoken at length of the brass blades of the Rose, albeit with little avail. It would seem that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. If you go into further detail, but your time might be spent in conversation with Fulpa. He is the officer in charge of leading the investigation, and I would only be repeating that which is here related to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours.
I just saw your little Kitagora just spin around in a circle. Like, wee!
Yep. Wee!
Hello!
Wee!
Hello,
Wee!
Hello, Fufalupa!
Oh, we got a third person.
Oh, cool! Progress is being made.
Yes. Oh, pleasure to see you again. You're Stolzit. We expect you. I remember him. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystal stolen, but I dare say it was greater than... never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Algan Sunway.
Rude.
The cart bolted off towards East Stalin, where, thank the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident.
A speeding carriage. I'll get her if you want. That would seem a curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning. Yet the Alajima do have a foothold in the eastern Thanalin. And what of their cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek?
You should be receiving a report any moment, but I failed to see what else it could.
Uh-oh. Hi!
Do you miss me, friends? I'm back, but I fear I come bearing disappointing news. Or on second thought, perhaps it's good news after all.
Bancred, wherever have you been off to?
I figured you had everything under control here, so I took a brief excursion to the east to check on our Amajal friends.
Oh my gosh.
And wouldn't believe it, I happened upon a runaway carriage on the way and was even able to do a small part to help my friends in the Brass Blades intercept it.
Good for him.
In all my years, I've never seen such a prodigious quantity of somnus. The Blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they've ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found.
Weird.
Okay, that's good at least. That's so. Alas, I suppose we have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. We should reassess our options as well. Come with us, Sora.
Da 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 da.
Da da boop. Can't fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals and in such quantities.
I think you missed a box.
Yeah. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motive was profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While I think of what it might be, I shall inform a ranger of our progress or lack thereof.
Woo! Alright. Hello.
Now then.
Uh-oh.
Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we
Ooh, it's
anticipated.
voice acting now.
Yep.
Sweet.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful.
We haven't had this for a long
Ere
time.
thou goest,
Yeah.
another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to...
Uh-oh.
Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness?
Ah!
Yeah.
Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's tone. Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Okay, so Fancrit's getting sassy, I see. Hmm.
Oh, a ship. Oh.
Purple.
She looks like a ninja.
She does.
Which I think is the class that the
Far across
rogues...
the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for him?
A ranger.
Yeah, I would say Orianger too. Fancrit just actually seems fairly young to me.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen everything with him, so I don't necessarily know. Shakes the head. Plus, Orianger has a much more formal way of speaking, which doesn't necessarily mean anything on its own, but it does make him seem more like prim and proper.
Mm-hmm. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insights?
I just need one.
Well then, for want of a better suggestion, I say we try picking up Fulaba's brain again.
Fufulupa.
Yeah, Fufulupa.
Not to be confused with an Oompa Loompa Doopity Doo.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Unagrander is older.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who knows, if we work together, we may find something of use nestled away within.
Alright, go back over
I'm going to pick your brain.
Nope.
Pick, 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 pick. I wasn't even going for your nose.
You were still a menace to your fiance.
Fine, I'll make it with kisses. Oh, it's good to see you return. I've given some thought on the matter, and I just hit upon the most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind?
Uh-oh. Can you calm yourself, Fufulupa? What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak?
I was contemplating as to how the thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long, then it came to me. What if there was someone among our ranks conspiring with them, a traitor in our midst?
Uh-oh.
It would be most unfortunate if your fears proved founded, Fublupa. Actually, I'm pretty sure there was a traitor in his midst earlier in his quest line, since I started from the Ulda story.
Indeed, if, for reasons of security, the Concerned decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in the Horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed.
But such a shipment would surely be well guarded. With the thieves, why at our risk open confrontation?
Mayhap not, but neither would the Concerned be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they may elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to entrust the goods to, let us say, a lone Mikite miner traveling without escort so as not to attract undue attention.
But who? I see. Yes, the Concerned may well elect to do that. But to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way. Mayhap north of the bridge to Hemarella. Fine spot for a rest, won't you agree, Aura? Shall I link to the north, and I shall do the same to the south.
Oh yeah.
Forgive me, my friends, but I've received new orders. I must inform my men at once.
Do you have a communication crystal? Like,
Run!
or are you basically relaying these things to them? Like,
Yes, we're setting a trap.
well, I figured that part. I just didn't know what part were the orders. Hey,
Yeah.
man.
Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if the thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer some encouragement. AKA, get ready for stabby, kick in the balls.
Run around with bows and arrows and stuff. Maybe you can use your Garuda spine on them. No, wait.
I don't have it.
You don't have the Garuda spine. Maybe we can go find a friend with Garuda spine and go and have them stab it from a distance. In the meantime, we destination, and that wasn't far. Or at least it didn't seem that way with your standing watch amongst the swarms to keep you company. Uh-oh. God! Well, they kill his murder pretty hard. But no matter, kill them.
They're wearing black robes, but they don't look like they're Ascians.
Oh, that's always nice, I guess.
Kicking the balls! Unknown Ravager.
I ain't dying in this godforsaken LO. I can't say I've ever heard an Athian talk like that.
Yeah.
Granted.
They have more of a Lamin's accent.
Yeah. And, just from what I've seen, they feel a bit more formal. Hi. How you still alive? You okay? Stubborn to the last, as expected. You are unharmed? I'm fine. Nary a hair out of place. Hi, Thancred.
A gang of sea-wolf thieves, and in Thailand, no less. Suppose that is their first time for everything.
Sea wolves? All of them?
Aye, and all with the same taste for facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering.
Our thieves are a long way from home.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
I was just looking between them.
I know. Thancred, if you would be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make.
First, I love her mining helmet, especially like the little, like ear slots she has. Second, lots of crystals. Going to Thailand, where there is currently a primal we have not dealt with yet.
Oh.
Leviathan.
Oh, dear.
So...
And with the sea wolves being, like, I'm imagining water-related, and the people on the boat, oh, dear.
Yeah, not sure what's going on with the boat, but we'll see. To Horizon, then. Fopo will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. My meeting, by which I kicked one of them in the balls.
Oh, bye, you're still alive. Bye, guys. Polishai stands there patiently. You, summons Blizzard.
I see someone else leaving on the flying hand.
Oh, hey, thanks. Oh, okay.
After the brass blades of rose, I thank you for your service. We have not been idle. Why While we were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor on our ranks.
Oh, that was fast.
Said so, then while you're leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private.
Oh, please be careful, buddy.
No, I'm afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, he managed to subdue the unit of boys dispatched to detain him and made good his escape. Oh, for the love of... And how did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling that Somos we conflicted, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No, but he was quite strong. A sea-wolf, Livingston born and raised, I believe. But do not worry, we will find him. You have my word on that. See, pray keep me appraised of any developments.
Oh, thank God.
Yes? He's standing next to me. Understood. If you have time together as an end, my friend, your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know, but one must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed. Or do you want me to give another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you?
And that's what we call lampshading.
That is lampshading the fact that the entire original story is just me just like stoic nod.
Stoic nod.
It's like, says nothing. Stoic nod. I love the fact that they're actually taking the piss out of that.
Oh my God. Well, that's complete. Stoic nod.
Nod.
Oh God. Oh my gosh. David.
The Mother of Exiles.
Ooh.
Architect beat me to tell you, make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphen Nod awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident, I'm not privy to the details. While you're doing whatever is Alphenad has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous brass blade, and when you do, you make rest assured that we will have our answers.
I love that you have now graduated from calling the antecedent the architect instead of ascendant.
Ascendant.
I think it's the antecedent is how you pronounce the word. I was like, oh, architect, that's a new one. Also, I must say too, I was like, I know that the Endocrine is like, certainly seems to be a capable guy and stuff, but I have to admit, ever since it came out about his possession, I feel worried about leaving him alone.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm like, Betty, no, I don't want you to get possessed again. It's a miracle we managed to save you the first time.
Yeah, and I don't know if I still have the 6, or was it 7? No, the 6, what's it called?
Powers of friendship.
Yes, the six friendship crystals, we'll call them, that I got for killing primals.
Yeah.
Although I ripped Ruda's out without even killing her, so... Yeah. You are late! No matter, I know where our visitors are headed. From what I've been able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of dogmans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You're familiar with Dogma, yes? In Orthard? Well, like the rest of the nations of the Eastern Continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale, and more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire. Such information could prove useful. We would be fools not to pursue this opportunity, do you not think? Come with me to Ulda Ora, unless I am mistaken, and I am rarely mistaken, we will find the Domas bickering with the Sultan Sworn on the Royal Pomerade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings? Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume they may be being pursued by some, and if not, who better than you to have on hand in the event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Yeah. Besides, I do so enjoy your sparkling repartee. Mm-hmm. Satisfied? Good, I shall see you in Ulda.
That's great. Like repertory. I wonder if that's like a fancy word for like reputation or something.
Mm-hmm.
Can you pass me my phone? I'm gonna look that up. Thank you.
Welcome. Ulda.
Baba.
Good to be back.
Mm-hmm.
wonder if there's somewhere where I can spend money.
Oh, conversation characterized by quick, witty comments or replies.
Apparently he thinks I'm witty.
Oh my gosh, honestly, to tell you the truth, the fact that you are also characterized by stoic nods makes me think he may have been a little sarcastic.
Yeah.
Especially with the other context clues of the conversation. Look at your kid, Gregorius, it's just like shaking off his little leaves.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it would be really hard to code in, in a game like this where you could have your minions, like, sometimes will wander around or be in different places around your body or, be at different heights or different sizes or something, but it would be really cute if, during some of the cutscenes, especially with people of your main quest, it would be really cute if they, like, interacted with them, like, bent down to, like, pet the cat or stare awkwardly at the Hildebrand or
Yeah, the thing is just there's so many minions.
Yeah.
It'd be way too much to code because they'd have to do like certain certain interactions with each minion.
Exactly, and that's I totally get why they didn't do it. I was watching your little kid Dragora like wandering around between you and Alphanod's feet, and like it'd be so cute if Alphanod just like I don't know pet it or something.
Yeah. I still love though how Thanacred was basically making a lampshading of just how it's like you're gonna just give me one of your stoic nods, weren't you? Yes. It matters not how many times you ask, but if necessary permissions, none shall pass. You understand, good sir, we do not have the leisure to lodge a formal pension. Time is of the essence. I'll ask you to summon your superior, allow me to plead my case. Sure, you can grant me that small kindness. Away with you, and open these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know not what you do. Hey, I can help.
Oh, she's got a tail. Hi, Alphanod.
Oh, she must be one of the light dragons. I gather your pleas fell on deaf ears. No man of a cold heart, I know his kind well. I hope that you will find me more to your liking. A friend Nevenar at your service. A friend. Which I believe makes me very nearly unique in this part of the world, at least. Few indeed are your allies in Ul'dah, yet you will need some if you wish to endear yourselves to the wealthy and powerful. Rejoin me and my associate at the quicksand. There we will explain you may explain your situation to us. We shall see if there's aught we can do to help.
Yes, Stoic nod. It's gonna be like surprise Iron Ball. Stoic nod.
Oh no.
Hey,
I'm jumping off this balcony.
No, it's not. No, why?
A, I need to get down here anyway, and it's quicker to get to the crystal.
B.
And B, because...
It's not your fault this time. See, Thancred is the one who decided to be a sassy lampshade about it.
A sassy lampshade.
It's a lampshade with a little fringe on it, maybe a couple of beads. Don't put it next to a fan unless you like rattling noises.
Give me that nose.
Is it just me, or am I more of a I don't know what's happening.
You're more of a snark tonight.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright. If you want to be Alphanod, I'll be the lady in purple.
Okay.
If you want.
We have travelled some several thousand miles across the sea.
Not necessary.
From the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Yugiri.
So she knows who she is.
Lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
Jeez. It also does confirm, though, that with the well, we kind of killed one of the people that was next in line of succession. Sid fled, and the Emperor is apparently now dead, so it seems that they're at war with each other.
Oh dear.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so.
Understandable.
I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
Rude. Oh
The
boy.
lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
I could help with that. It's like, hey, you owe me a favor. I defeated
I
Ultima.
was foolish to expect otherwise. But our supplies run low, and we have young ones in urgent need of care.
I'm sure you can be very
I
encouraging.
have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed. But I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
Alright.
He's got a point. We at least have some...
Influence?
Yes.
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
Hi, I defeated the prince.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
He's got a little bit of a point.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience.
I don't know if fear's the right thing you need in this particular instance.
We seek only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
Dark now. Okay.
Well, I am also a dragon person.
Yeah. Slightly.
Like the different clan of it, but still, you know.
Alright.
From 5 minutes to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't think it's happening tonight, but actually, you know what? You know, it's worth just keeping on just in case. If I may, sir, as I said earlier, it's been at sea for several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. Not the heart to repeat the tales of our tribulations, nor would it please you to listen to them, I think. Suffice to say, however, sacrifices have been made.
Aww.
Though it shames you to beg more when you have already offered so much, desperation compels me, gentle sir. If you or your associate could spare any provisions, anything at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. Got it. I'll go get you all some drinks.
I was about to say, what if we give them confetti?
Yeah. Why is this so sooner? Of course I'll help. Could have picked a better day, to tell the truth. The wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet on here on the morrow, see, but just sent word they can't, meaning I've got a boatload of foodstuffs and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for a lot in advance. Ha-ha!
Alright!
Go and call on Fredura Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell him to ship the little prince's orders to the Waking Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them these letters. It should set them straight.
Nice.
Ah, the joys of having nobles that cancel parties and pay in advance.
Honestly, a lot of places, you know, like if you cancel within the 24-hour range, usually you have to cancel more than 24 hours if you want a refund. Maybe it's the same thing in Final Fantasy. They have cancellation policies, just like everything else.
Yeah.
Hi, Catherine.
I shouldn't encourage this, huh? You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it. You mark my words.
Oh, relax.
Oh, relax.
We're giving food to desperate people. You just let them.
Yeah. I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man who can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry.
But we're feeding the children, so relax.
Can I kick this guy?
Can you just can you kick in your general direction? Oh, you can't kick without a target, can you?
No, and unfortunately I cannot quote unquote target him.
Oh, so you can't even do your other disappointment at him.
Oh, actually, I might be able to do that.
Do that.
Because I don't need that, because that just requires me to have a lock on them.
Yeah, these people, and you know, these people are like, these people are suffering and they're scared and they... Yeah. It's like, of course they're not exactly working right now. They've been at sea for months.
Their homeland was razed.
Yes, they have nothing. They literally don't even have a safe place to put down roots, let alone start any sort of work. Yeah,
and again, this food, it was just going to go to waste anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the other people already bought and paid for it, and she used the money to pay for it, so it's hers anyway. The only thing she's changing is where she's shipping it.
And she is perfectly within her rights, and I'm glad she's so happy about it.
Yes.
I have to admit, this is good timing.
What the? There's a demon brick. It's just a cube with bat wings, a demon tail, and little feet.
And it belongs to Gerald de Stoy, in case you're wondering. That dude right there with what looks like a cell phone. Alright.
I think it's a fan.
Oh.
Or is it cards?
It may be
it's cards.
They're playing a game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's playing Triple Triad with her as I'm talking to her. I dare not hope for such magnanimity, much less expect it. Mistress Modi is generous indeed. Be sure to thank her most humbly.
Yeah, trust me, she's good at this type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
She was like your first friend when you got here.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, friends. Hi, Alphanod.
Well, do you agree? I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you will be pleased with his reply.
Very nice.
You were granted an audience? For the Sultana and the Syndicate both. We shall return to the Royal Promenade at once.
Did you see her companions are cheering?
You have done much for us, Master Alphanod. I swear we shall return the favor. Not as though Lydia Gary, for naught has been given. This is a small favor you fairly won with your words, and it is with words that you must win the favor of the Syndicate. I shall choose them with care.
Yes, be careful, love.
You'll be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalatable will be required of them, assuming the dogmas are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us at the Royal Promenade.
Okay.
Yes, and if not, I can just glare at them. It's like, hey, buddy, remember what I did with Ultima? Yeah, you're gonna help them.
Also, I almost missed it. Stoic nod.
Thancred.
I know. Thancred, you dumbass.
He is the cause of and solution to all life's problems.
Don't you mean all Final Fantasy's problems?
Yes, all Final Fantasy's problems.
I mean, honestly, considering what happened to the poor man, it's a better description than you may expect. And I am so sorry.
Yeah, I know. I'll be waiting hours for it probably, but if I'm playing, I may as well just have the search on.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be doing, I think, any other duties tonight anyway.
Mm-hmm. Are you just jumping over Alphanod?
Yes. Pleasure, Aura. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting.
Alright. Oh, I'll voice the Sultana and the Rebel Lady?
Yep.
And if you want to get the others?
Mm-hmm.
Assuming this is not a voice acting thing.
Are you giddy of
Never mind, voice acting.
Honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer.
I do remember someone saying that after Realm Reborn there was more voice acting that they added. So.
Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
Hi, Sultana.
I'm Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul. Welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri.
Good.
She's very
Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Doma,
That's
suffered
nice.
under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Yikes.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow.
Okay, understandable.
Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
Yeah, and, if they helped repair part of the city, they could then use it, for their own. Like set up like a sort of like a dragon district kind of thing.
Yeah.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
To be fair, if everyone benefits, I can understand. Just keep an eye on him, make sure he's not exploiting.
Yeah.
If he is, kick him.
Kick him.
Which, given how he's a lava fell, I could probably punt him across the room.
No. just be, just be careful. If you kick him too far, he'll land on the Sultanite.
No, I kick her like behind the throne, like if I get the field goal, and she's like, "It's good."
and then who do you? And then what do you do? And then do you bring him back out and kick him again for the extra point?
Yes. If he's still being a jerk.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
Alright, Alpha and I was probably talking quietly to you rather than making a statement.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
The law is the law.
And which is?
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees.
Oh dear.
They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think.
He even has a slimy voice.
Yeah, his voice just makes him want to kick him.
For employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
It's like 200 people and a bunch of children. And again, they could rebuild the city and increase the amount of wealth you have as a way to kind of, counterbalance that.
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
You're getting a crash course in syndicate politics right here.
Yeah, I hate that guy, honestly.
He should be the one we kick for
Surely
the
the
touchdown.
Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse.
Oh, that...
I hate that guy even more now.
Oh, come on, you little...
That was the whole reason we left them, because people like him were denying us the crystal and basically trying to make us beholden to them when we're supposed to be, fighting primals and neutral.
Yeah, neutral good forces.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes. The law is the law. And so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo.
She's allowed to change her mind.
Our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should
I hate this guy. Can we punt him?
Please.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
Yes.
My
She's allowed
lord,
to
I share
grow
your concern for the
and
welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than gil.
Why does that sound like slavery?
I'm hoping it's not, but at the same time, I understand what he's trying to say to this guy. Is the people can work and can help increase the prosperity of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future.
It's not about you.
Uldar's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy.
What happened to this?
How far the vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
Good for you.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote.
Please.
To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Oh boy. 1. Yes. 2. 3. 4. Uh-oh.
Of course.
Is that not... That's not enough.
Probably not,
Oh,
no.
son of a beehive. Oh, come on. Hello. Hello, Sultana.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited.
Aww.
Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace. And I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
I would have loved if my character had just stepped forward and say, hey guys, you know what? I'm calling in a favor.
Mm-hmm.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, Little Alamigo would now be thriving.
That's even worse, because I've been there. The place is kind of run down, and it's like, so he just abandoned the trade route for them.
Oh my god.
Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Can we solicit donations?
I would love that, actually.
Like...
We at least got the food for them.
The Empire no longer poses an immediate threat. They see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity.
Isn't that kind of a problem, though? Because...
The Empire's still there and still causing problems.
And also, too, like, the whole thing about, like, you know, we propose unity and start a new age of Eorzea. It's like, bro.
Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
I think it is. We need political upheaval. As much as I hate to say it, I can be the political upheaval. I can go and kick him out.
Also, Stoic not.
Or maybe I could just, like, steal all his money. I'd like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I could use it. Oh wait, I couldn't at the moment, but you know. Zub, the Nordo, is not afraid to speak his mind, nor does he like to change it. Oft have I wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. But I will waste no more words on him, not when the Domas are yet in need of aid. Everyone, follow me to the Hall of Flames.
Alright. Maybe we are going to solicit donations.
I'm actually wondering if that guy is the guy that's in charge of Costa del Sol. I feel like he might be.
Okay.
But I would need to remember. So
I hate that he was saying that, you know, like we don't have the he's the reason we didn't have the crystal in Vesper Bay, and he apparently damaged the Alamingos
settlement
trade.
by cutting off the trade route.
Yeah, and also too the way he's calling out the lady by the Sultana by throwing her words back at him. It's like, you know, situations probably look different now than they did years ago.
It's been 5 years.
She's also allowed to change her mind and grow. She may have realized that this is a similar situation and she wants to do better.
I don't like this. I don't like that guy.
I don't like him either. The Sultana is adorable, though.
Yeah. The Sultanate has spoken. I see no point in moving the matter to be reconsidered. The monarchists have made their position clear. Agreed, Ul'dah is not an option. Nor Olympso or Gardena, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs. Which leaves our Doman friends here confined to a ship. Gods, the thought of them huddled in the airless hold with no hope of better treatment. Or that I had more time to find an alternative, a place not bound by the concerns.
Can we adopt them? Can we adopt them into the Rising Stones?
I don't think that, maybe, but we'll see.
We are outside of...
Julia, this is precisely what I wish to discuss.
I think so.
Maybe.
That was the whole point.
I understand the Sultan's decision, I do. I wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when I believe it to be under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time, a week mayhap, or even just a few days? Excellent! I shall keep you informed. Well, I have a proposal, if you wish to hear it. You know, the Waking Sands.
Okay.
It's mostly empty.
True, that's a fair point.
Out with it, Master Alphanot. The headquarters of my order, the Science of the Seventh Dawn, stands in a place called Revenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordoa. Like most outposts, it is frequented by merchants and other men of action, and lacks the comforts of more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of Revenant's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that.
I think we're adopting them.
Yeah, to that end, they have need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands. Hard labor, lest you doubt, if not, save food and shelter by way of rewards. Terms not like those which you yourself proposed, Lady Urgoy. Though I am not to hear a single word said against beloved Ul'dah, Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. And they actually have a teleport crystal. If they can accommodate us all, we shall gladly accept. So off on that, and once again, find myself in your debts. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life of your people goes to this... The life your people go to is one of hard labor and few comforts, as I told you, and before that there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Revenant's Toll, which will be no small feat considering the distance and their present condition. Mayhap the Ul'dah Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look into that there and on, Aura.
There you go. Stoic nod. I didn't realize just how often you do it.
Yes. You are using the NPC in Mordoa to get blue gear. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you and your people would accompany me, we'll discuss what aid the Imperial Flames can provide.
Alright. We are adopting them at the Rising Stones. It makes sense.
Yeah, it does, especially independent. Oh, using them. Okay. Yeah, it does make sense that we would kind of adopt them, especially because the whole reason we moved there was because it was independent.
Yeah, exactly.
And if this is part of like the 2.2 patch, then that would mean that this, would be a continuation of the development of Mordello.
Yeah. Hi, Alphanon.
We are concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey to Revenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard the ship with insufficient supplies and scarce room to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Modi has kindly offered to accommodate the demands until such time as they are ready to move from Mordello.
Oh, that's lovely.
Those holding that the travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength.
Well, that's sweet. She's lovely. I love this lady.
Yes.
Oh. You're like the first friend you made here. Hi, everybody.
What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught the Immortal Flames can do? Fear that exceeds our mandate. We are in smaller numbers, mayhap it would go unnoticed. The Syndicate would not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordello. The government fails to act, responsibility falls to the private citizens.
Are you using Alina and Aruna to get better gear in Mordello?
I think I am. Recently I did exchange a whole bunch of the Tombstones of Poetics to get new gear. It's just currently all under the glamour spell that I'm wearing. Very well. Begin our contact negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. For all has befallen these good people, it's the least I can do. Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Ul'dah, Lady Yurga. And you and Revenant's Toll, my lord.
Too bad we can't go target that other asshole and express our other disappointment in him.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think he's just standing around.
Well, it sounds like we all have work to do. Lady Yuguri, let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we?
Just the task of escorting demented friends to you. After all, having rested on your own road-weary legs, of course. What do you say?
Dark
sure. Yes, I do actually have a whole bunch of the augmented Ironworks gear. Just give me one quick sec to finish the quest, and I can pull up the character menu. Yes, I have a whole bunch of the augmented gear. It's just all currently under the effects of the glamour spells. The only one I don't have is the legs.
Oops.
I didn't have enough tombstones. I spent like about 1,500 getting all of these gear. So I do plan to make like my own glamour class for the augmented gear because it does look pretty cool on its own.
All right. Well, are we continuing, or do you want to stop there? What are we doing? I don't know how to translate that.
I'm gonna dance on the table, I think.
Yes! Maybe this is a good place to stop. I mean, we're kind of between quests. And, we've been going for, like, kind of our standard thing.
It's been almost an hour since I started searching for the party for the duty.
Aww.
Yeah. I understand that a lot of people just don't do it anymore, but...
It's still sad.
Yeah. Hey, at least I have these other raids that I can participate in the future. Which I am going to need a lot more of the tombstones to get more gear, so... Especially because I'm pretty sure every class has its own gear. Or actually, let me check the character real quick. Okay, yeah, so the gear only fills a certain number of classes. Gladiator, Marauder, Paladin... Yeah, so there's probably other gear that I can get for other classes as well.
I do think it's kind of funny, too, to just see, it's like, can you just imagine, you're at like a Final Fantasy Comic-Con and, someone climbs up on your table and just starts performing the Mandeville dance. Yes, I am a Mandeville man, doing only what a Mandeville can. Groom corner is the final line, Mandeville man. I am oh god. Now you're running in a fountain. Your little kids are going over, it's just like, hey, wait, come back.
To think this is where I first entered the city. I was standing right here trying to figure out how to move.
I know. Do you remember when you first started just how freaking chaotic the whole interface menu looked?
Uh-huh.
And then we're just like, oh, okay. And now just honestly it's kind of normal.
Yeah, though I might consider shrinking some of the the ability hotbars at some point because they do take up a good chunk of the screen. But I think that is all that we shall do for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We got progress done.
We did.
We got some questing done.
We did.
We unfortunately did not get a chance to go and get closer to fighting Bahamut.
We did not, but we did fight a bird lady and a big angry rock man. So
yes, we fought a Goron and a what is the
Rito.
Rito.
Rito. Yeah.
Rito.
Yes, not Ruto. That's a fish lady. Also, your fiance, depending on what game you're playing.
Yes. But with that all said, I think it is time that we wrap up the stream for now. So good night, Internet.
Good night, Internet.
The next time you see me, I may be wearing fancier armor. We might be back tomorrow for some Smash Brothers. But for now, we shall say good night, Internet.
Good night, Internet. Your kid Dragora is just looking at you as you're going, no! Stop it!
Never!
As you're jumping over, he was like, sir, please watch your shoes.
Good night, Internet.
Good night, Internet.